Hello there, welcome to a tyke farming in the Philippines. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, ding-a-ling, ding-dong, the bell. It's Friday morning, two men on site working on the troughs. It's overcast this morning, nice and cool, beautiful morning. As usual, I'll make a couple of videos throughout the day and we'll get back to you shortly. The sweet potato hunt continues. Jean's aunt is here and they decided they come every now and again for firewood and feed for the goats. So they're hunting sweet potatoes again. And they're finding a few quite big ones. So I've just done the comments and I've had a very good comment which I'm thinking about. I get a lot of very good comments, but this one I'll show you what the suggestion is. Now, if you remember yesterday, I was saying a 4-inch pipe through the wall up here and a funnel on top, which you take all the way around down the shed, each pen, to fill the trough. I had one suggestion, put the pipe at the end, but I don't want plastic pipe inside the pens. But this other suggestion I've got, I'll be feeding wet feed. Now, wet feed can be in a soup-like texture, or it can be in a paste-like texture. Now, a pipe in the middle, if it was in a soup-like texture, would fill the trough. And one of the suggestions is to put 3 pipes in. I don't want to be putting 3 holes in the wall and 3 pipes. So if it's going to be a soup consistency, 1 pipe in the middle would work. But if it's in a paste or a loose paste, it will fill the trough, but it will take a long time to reach the ends, and the pigs will all be fighting in the middle. So what this suggestion is, I use either plywood or sheet metal. Now, plywood's out of the question with wet food, but sheet metal is a possibility. Now, it's a lot more work, but it'll make a lot better job. And the suggestion is to put a piece of tin sheet or plywood, tin sheet in my case, angled there, coming out and coming out to here, if I can explain it, and then it'll be a piece of folded metal and come up here, and I'll have to put a piece of Rio bar across the top of it and then have it tacked maybe in 3 places or 4 places along the trough. So you pour your feed all along the trough from one end to the other, out of a bucket or dispenser, however you're dispensing it. So that's a much better idea. You're going to have a sheet of metal, maybe 8-10 inch long, wide, by the full width of the pen, coming out to here and then bent up, and then braced to the bars at 3 or 4 points. So all these uprights are going to have to be cut into the metal. The metal, say, going that far just over the lip of the trough. So there'll be a lot more work involved, but I think it might be worth the extra work. So at some point I'll talk to Win about it and see what he thinks and see if we can make that work, because it will be a much better solution than one pipe in the middle, and I don't want to put 3 pipes in. So yeah, a very good suggestion, and I think that might be something I take up. Half past 12, lunchtime, so we'll go and see what we've done this morning. Wynn's taking the shuttering off for the hatch cover, and that's how they make the hatch cover. The foam boards are under there. They lay polythene cement bags, then put the Rio bar in, and then he'll cast it this afternoon when he's casting the pig troughs, and then that's your stopper for the hatch cover. Simple and effective. So we'll have a look down here. We've had an eventful morning, which I'll tell you about in a minute or two. Quite funny, at my expense. So I won't show you that yet. So we've got 1, 2, and this is the third one, all set up, ready for pouring. But I'll go and show you what I was doing this morning. Right, so I had a suggestion. Instead of plastic pipe, it won't fit here because I measured it on another bar. Instead of plastic pipe, either plywood or tin sheet, tilt it up like that over there, and just tip your buckets of feed into this tin sheet, and you can get the general drift of what I was trying to make a template to get ideas from. And I did one with this. It's a backing board for the gutterings, and I was doing another one with the actual guttering to see what I thought might work so well. So I went up for a cup of coffee and breakfast, and when I come back, Win had been thinking. Problem solved. Now it's in plywood, a bit of tie wire around the top to keep it in place. These need cut out here so that the bottom of this lip fits further forward, close to the edge of that concrete wall. So 1.5 inches cut out, so it feeds on the bars. And yes, it won't last as long as metal because it's plywood. This plywood's coated with plastic, so it does last a bit longer than ordinary plywood. But instead of putting a strip on every pen of metal sheeting, we just have one. Stick it on there, feed that pig pen, stick it on there, feed that pig pen. So I spent 2 or 3 hours this morning buggering around banging bits of metal, and we solved the problem in 10 minutes and actually made it in another 10 minutes. I'll just put this down a minute. So I think we've solved the problem, or at least Win has solved the problem. So I'm going back to have another cup of coffee. So we've got the cement mixed, and we're starting to pour, not the hatch cover yet, the pig troughs. So we'll go and have a look. So we've one poured, and on to the second one. Right, the end of another day. Workmen have just left. Been a really nice day today, overcast and very cool. Jean and Win have been complaining it's cold. Oh, I was going to show you the hatch covered board, but he's got it covered up. Maybe, yeah. If you can see, it's been cored and a lifting eye in the middle. So that's done. And we'll go and have a look at the pig troughs. It's going to be finished tomorrow on the troughs, she's telling me, as he's going. So they're looking for the next job. Now we've a lot of little jobs to do, or we might start on the roadway to the gate, which will be on this side. I don't know what we'll do. So this one's cast. I think this was cast at lunchtime, and I showed you the filler. These 3 are cast, so the forms will be coming out tomorrow, and we'll see what we've got. And it started in this pen with the VO bar. So it tells me they'll be finished with these troughs tomorrow. So that's 3 days on troughs. Yeah, 2 days up to now, so 3 days you'll have 6 troughs finished.
Because they do the touch.
Yeah, and the hatch cover as well. So that's pretty good. So take the forms off, we'll finish the VO bar in here, these 2 pens, take the forms off, move them across, and then he'll cast that tomorrow, and that's them done. So we'll be looking at the roadway, unless I asked him to do a lot. The trouble is we're asking him to do these little jobs like filling up here. He'll be busy with that. But Ranul's standing around doing nothing, just tidying up. So we'll talk about it tomorrow. I'll maybe go on to the roadway Yeah, the tubing, which Wynne uses for the gates, it'll be around. It was on the back wall, but
Yeah. Is it in there?
yeah, I don't know what it is. Oh no, that's plastic. I will find it.
Yeah, it was gone.
So yeah, I think we probably will start on the roadway Sunday if they're working. So the first job, we'll be digging this bank out, I would imagine, because we're going to have to be level with this side of the piggery for a loading ramp and a yard, a pen, holding pen. And then off this yard will go 2 strips of concrete for the vehicle's wheels. So, a lot of bloody work digging dirt there. But anyway, we'll discuss it tomorrow. So that's about it for this video. The sweeping brush.
What happened to this one?
Well, that's still what the Filipinos would call a brush. In the West, we'd call it a moustache. Okay, we'll leave it there.
No, your bin arrived now. Other bin.
Oh yeah, we've got another feed bin. Exciting stuff, I know. We ordered 2 more, but he sent me 120 litre bin and 100 litre bin. Hope they wouldn't notice. And I got 2 of these smaller bins.
Where's
Just-
the other one?
It's in the other dustbin. Just initially to mix the feed. It's got wheels on, but you just carry it. For the piglets coming in 3 weeks' time or 2 weeks' time. Just something to mix the feed up. I need about another 4 of them storage bins and dustbins. So again, I'll leave it there and we'll do it all again tomorrow.